Have you been looking for a small portable microphone to take with you on the go that fits in your pocket and can work with most of your devices? Well, this little guy has got you covered. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another Sinister-Gear review, and today we've got another interesting product from the folks over at Comica. They've sent me a couple things in the past, and usually they've been pretty good and decent products. Now this one's somewhat different from what I normally get. Normally I get kind of studio style microphones, USB microphones, you know, stuff like that. And I've gotten some weird other stuff, but most of the stuff is like home studio type of gear and stuff like that. But this time they sent me something more portable, and I guess, I don't know, it's tiny. It's like really small. That's it. Like, that's the packaging. That's all it is. And it's supposed to work with most any device that has like a headphone jack. But like I said, this thing's really tiny. And you'll see the cool thing about it here in a second. So I'm just gonna straight up open this thing up. It's another microphone, I'll tell you that. And so once you open the box and you take it out, there's not much there. You have the box, you have like their warranty card thing that comes with it in the box. You have the user manual with a little glimpse of what this thing can do. You get a like windscreen cover, like wind cover basically, like a foam wind cover. And silica gel to keep things from getting moist. And then you have the mic itself in its clear plastic. And once I take this thing out, it's really interesting. I just gotta say, let me, if I can get it out, pop it out. There we go. So yeah, I'll show you guys right up front. That's it. That is the microphone right there, all inclusive. That little thing is the microphone, and you see it's got a headphone jack sized plug, so that's why it can work with most things, because you fit it in the headphone jack of whatever you're going to record on, and it's supposed to work. It's really cool because I was expecting this thing to be plastic. For one, it's not. It's metal. It's coated to the touch, and it's metal. And the cool thing about it is it bends, okay, at a right angle. So you can bend this thing in any direction, mostly up to 90 degrees basically, for whatever direction you need it to be in. So like if you plug it into your phone, you know, you put it in the headphone jack, you don't want it sticking straight that way because your camera's facing you, your microphone would be pointing out that way. But what you can do is you give it a little bend, you plug it in, and now it's pointed at you with the same direction as your camera, which I think is really cool. So there's not really much to this microphone. I guess all that's left to do is really test it out and see how it sounds. So what I'm going to do, just to see and give the most potential of what it can do, I would normally plug something like this into my phone and record it, which is fine. It works. I've messed with it a little bit already. It works. And it sounds fine. But I want to really test it on something that has good preamps in it, like my Zoom H2N. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the foam windscreen on it as well, just to get rid of any kind of breath sounds or plosives, stuff like that. So now I've got a little wind cover on it. Now it looks kind of like a microphone. You would really pick that out as a microphone, as you get a nice little look at it right there. So I'm going to plug it into the line in port on my Zoom, and alright, my Zoom recognizes it. And let me give it a bend, face it towards me. This is kind of what it looks like right now. I've got it plugged into the like I said, the line in of my Zoom, and it's pointed straight out. And I'll just kind of record and show you guys what it sounds like. So I'm going to hit record in 3, 2, 1. Alright, you guys, so now you're going to hear me on this microphone. Hopefully it sounds decent enough. I'm trying to keep it at a normal distance, about the same distance I am from my Audio Technica, with the gain on my Zoom set at about a 6 or 7. which is about normal where I have it. It keeps the high ends of my audio around -6 dB or so, which is kind of ideal. As you can see or hear, it's not peaking as far as I can tell, and the windscreen itself is probably again, it's not peaking, so I'm guessing the windscreen works. The foam windscreen works pretty well. So I'm going to get closer to the microphone and just see if I can get it to peak or if it starts to sound weird. Let's test like the proximity effect. If you guys know what that is, that's basically the closer you get to a microphone, the more bass response it'll have. I don't know all the real science behind it, but that's basically what it is. I just saw my Zoom tell me that it's peaking a little bit, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the gain down a little so that I can get nice and close. And this is basically what it is. It's probably about 2 or 3 inches from my mouth, and this is what it can sound like. So if you have it this close, for some reason, I don't know if you ever would, maybe you just want to like do voice memos for yourself, or I don't know, maybe you're a reporter and you want to record someone. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is what it sounds like more up close. And if I kind of take it further away, I'm going to crank the gain up just a little bit just to make sure that the levels are fine. And now it's at about 8 inches away. And yeah, that's basically how this thing sounds. Alright, you guys, so just to give you a little bit more of a taste of what this thing can do, I have the whole little rig with my Zoom with the Comica mic plugged into it, set down on my desk with the mic pointed up at my mouth. So I'm going to kind of give you the audio sound from this for the outro of this video. Hopefully it sounds decent enough. That'll give you a better idea. And yeah, this is a really cool microphone. I think it's small, it's portable, it seems durable, it's made of metal, and I think it could take a beating, and I think it's simple enough. It's just plug it in and use it. I think it's a really cool microphone. I'm going to move it up over this way, and let me see if I can bend it down this way. Now I've got it up on my speaker over here to the right, or your left, or your right. No, it's still your right on the screen. More pointed at my mouth this way, just to kind of give it some distance there. But I think it's a really cool concept. It's a really cool microphone. I don't know if I would use it over something like my Purple Panda lavalier. I think I would use this over that just because this is almost guaranteed good audio. If I clip it to my shirt, I can almost guarantee that I'm going to have good audio. And I love the sound of the Purple Panda. Not to say that this thing is any worse or any better. I guess that's kind of up to you guys to determine if that's the case. But I think for the money, I think it's less than $30. If you want to pick one of these up and use it for your phone for vlogging or just capturing audio, if you not want to record interviews, or if you want to interview someone, plug it into your phone and go up to someone and like do like the reporter type of thing, I think it's perfect for that because it's better than the internal mics on your phone, and it does a decent job. It's small, it's portable, it doesn't take up much space in any kind of bag, and you know, it's just a nice thing, and it could be good for backup audio. Say I run my Audio Technica and this at the same time. If one of them kills out, I have a backup. That way you're running 2 mics at once, or you can record somebody else in the room with you that doesn't have a mic right on them, stuff like that. I think it's good for that. And in the sense of how I'm using it here, if I needed a second microphone, what I would most likely do is actually use my Zoom H2N itself, because that is a way better microphone than this thing, but that's not really a fair comparison. It's like 10 times the price. So, like I said, overall, I think it's a really good microphone. I think it's a good deal for less than $30. If you need something small, portable, and durable, and cheap, this is the way to go. And like I always say in every one of these Sinister-Gear reviews, if you want to pick one up for yourself, go ahead and click the link down in the description, and it'll take you right to Amazon, so you can go buy it. It's super easy. You don't got to search for anything. I found it for you. Bam, there you go. Click over and buy it. And yeah, I think it's a good deal overall. So I'm going to cut it off, and like I always say, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay metal, my friends.